Owen Hussein here from FightHype.com. I'm here with none other than Beast from the East, Mr. Anthony Yarde. How's it going, man?
It's going good, man. How are you?
I'm good. So we're here, final press conference. Travis Reeves, obviously different opponent this time around. Talk to me about that change. It's something you're used to, but it's happened a couple of times in your career. Talk to me about what you do. Do you change this at all?
Nah, I just keep being AY, keep being Anthony Yarde. Yeah, it's another fighter. Everyone's still got 2 fists, 2 feet. Still gonna come and throw punches or try and throw punches. I gotta go out there and do my job.
You know, we see you training and there's this high energy. And I see at the press conferences and you just like...
Because, you know what? Because I'm in a cold room. Yeah. When it comes to scrapping, that's when my energy, 100%. I'm boosted. Like, even with the open workout yesterday, energetic. You need to have energy. Even now, I don't need to, but I'm gonna go and do just a little bit of light work. Just keep my blood flowing after this. And then, yeah, weigh in tomorrow, rest up, fighting that Saturday, Lions in the camp.
Spoke about it in the press conference just then, fighting at the Royal Albert Hall.
Yes.
Quite an iconic place. A lot of great fights I fought there. Talk to me about yourself headlining the show out there.
That's what I'm saying, it's massive. It's massive. I see it as, at this stage in my career, considering the experience I've had, how long I've been professional, again, headlining the show, this is massive. I think there's been one fight in Royal Albert Hall in the last 20 years. You know, legends have fought there. Muhammad Ali's done exhibitions there. Frank Bruno fought there. Like, it's a historic venue. So it's an honour for me to headline the show there.
Obviously, Travis Reeves comes to the Lions Den. And obviously, he's got the backing of Hassan Rahman. What do you make of? Have you seen anything of him? Are you one of them fighters that watches your opponents, or do you let Tunde sort of deal with that sort of thing?
You know what? Tunde will usually watch my opponents.
Okay.
I don't feel the need to watch my opponents. I feel like on fight night, when I size up, I feel like they need to be worrying about what I'm doing.
Okay.
I just feel like when you watch your opponent, you start to look at things that they do. They might not do on the night. Like, it don't make no sense to me. I just like to go in there and do what I do. Adjust as quick as you can. I feel like that's how you learn as well. You learn quicker like that. I feel like even when you're sparring, when you're an amateur, you don't go out there and start watching tapes of your of the guy that you're sparring or you're fighting the amateurs. So again, I just take it very serious.
Obviously, I know you don't like talking about the fighters when it's a lead up to a fight, but I'm going to have to pull it out. Sergey Kovalev's a name that's been pulled up. I think Kathy Drever spoke about it, who's promoted to Sergey Kovalev, saying that you're on that list and obviously you put yourself in that position of #1.
Yes.
I know that you don't want to talk about fights, but you've got to talk about this. Is that the fight that really motivates? Is that the fight that you know that you can't look past these other fighters that you're going to fight in the meantime? That is the ultimate goal.
For me, I don't know if I just think different from everyone else, or I just got a different type of focus. All that stuff that you're talking about is non-existent to me.
Yeah.
I've got one task at a time. My next task is this guy this American guy I'm fighting on Friday. It's usually a Saturday, always a Saturday. But this guy I'm fighting on Friday is my only focus, because I've got to go out there and do my job. And then after the fight, I'm gonna go and get some food, go and get some nice drinks or whatever. And then you start to look at your next thing, what you're doing next. I don't look into, I'm not going to talk about now what I'm going to be doing in the next 5 years. I'm looking at what I'm doing right now.
And let me ask you then,
yes.
As a fighter, where do you rank the British sort of title? I know people are pushing you up to world level for the WBO, but yourself as a fighter, where do you rank the sort of going up the traditional way, British, European world? Where do you rank that sort of process and the British title itself?
Well, the British title obviously is a prestige title. Everyone has their different routes. You know, there's legends that never went for the British title, because again, in boxing, what people don't understand here is you've got a career, you've got a scale what you're moving at, and sometimes, you know, it don't fall into place. You know, we tried to make that British fight happen when Frank Buoloni was holding it. He knocked out Jose Burton and he called me out. So I said, okay, cool, let's get it cracking. That's again, at that stage, it was a good fight for me to keep the elevation process. Again, that fight didn't happen. He wouldn't make the fight. He kept trying to fob me after other people after he's the one that pulled me out. It didn't make no sense, but again, he's retired now, so I wish him all the best. But again, how my career's gone, it's like that whole sector when we were trying to make the British fight happen, didn't happen. Right now, again, as you're hearing, I should be fighting for a world title by the end of the year. So focus.
And let's move away from this for a minute. I want to talk to you about sort of big news that broke in the last 2 weeks. Tyson Fury signed an $18 million deal with ESPN.
Bro, I didn't even know it was 80 million. Is that how much you got here? Bro.
What do you make of that?
Again, like, I'm happy for him. For me, I also heard Tyson Fury gave away a lot of his purse for the Wilder fight to I think charity or mental health or whatever. Again, that shows his personality, shows his character, and you know, a person's character is, I think, the biggest part of them. So you know, he showed it when he got up anyway from that punch. Yeah, he's got tremendous character.
Let me ask you as a fighter then, because what's being said is by Tyson moving over to ESPN, it's going to make the other fights harder to make. But as a fighter, is it the fact that you look after yourself, number one, and then think about everything else? How does it work with fighters? How does it work in your head?
Yeah, well, in my head, it goes like this. Boxing's a very unforgiving sport, as you see. You know, you got to care about yourself first, yes. But at the same time, us as entertainers are nothing without fans and supporters. So again, it's a mix and match. But at the same time, when you're finished with your career, you know, it's on to the next. Same as me, if I'm even with you and myself. As a boxing, a fan of boxing, if I'm watching a fight or I'm watching a fighter, as soon as that fight is gone, it's on to the next. Who's the next big thing, etc. Same as you. Who's the next person I'm going to be interviewing? It all goes with time scales. So first you've got to think about yourself, and then you think about the public perception.
You're talking about ESPN. There's sort of news breaking out that Dillian Whyte's looking like he's going to be joining the ESPN sort of top right. It broke last night. And looks like potentially then that sort of sets a path for Dillian Whyte and Tyson Fury to mix it up. I know Dillian's, you know, someone that you know quite well. Talk to me about that. If that fight was to happen, how would that fight go?
I don't know how that fight would go. Again, Dillian Whyte, he's from the roads. You know how he gets done. When it comes to scrapping, he will fight anybody because he's at that stage right now in his career. He just don't care. He will fight anybody. He wants a world title shot, but again, he's not going to wait around. And again, he's not going to take no silly deals either. So if that fight happened between Dillian Whyte and Fury, what will happen? We'll only know if we see that fight.
Have you seen the sort of beef on Twitter, social media between Dillian Whyte and Lawrence Accord?
I haven't, no, I haven't. What's happening there?
I don't know, Lawrence put something out that he'd beat Dillian and it sort of escalated and put a scoring video and it's going to be
Do you know what? The thing about boxing, yeah, it's just about being relevant. Yeah. It's about keeping your name in people's mouths. People do that in different ways. I think again, Lawrence has got a fight coming up, I'm sure. So again, that's a lot of publicity for him. Dillian Whyte has got a fight coming up. That's a lot of publicity for him. So it all works. It works for both of them.
Obviously, with fights mainly in the States, and he's talking about States fights. Big fight coming up. Errol Spence Jr. fighting Mikey Garcia. Mikey Garcia looks like he's coming up from a couple of weights up to the welterweight division. We know Errol Spence is a bigger welterweight. Talk to me about that fight.
I like both fighters, both very good fighters, but Errol Spence is a very good fighter, and again he's bigger, probably more powerful, and again he's at his natural weight. Remember, when he first turned professional, he was at the weight above, and then he went down to welterweight. So again, he's a big puncher, he's a heavy hitter, he's big for the weight. Strong, quick, very precise. I got Errol Spence in that fight all day.
His finest form of fight, Canelo fighting Daniel Jacobs.
Mad, but I heard that fight's off. Is that true? Sound about. I've heard that Canelo's hurt his knee or something. No,
not that.
That's what I'm saying. False accusations.
It might come out. We don't know.
No, people. There was a picture of him saying he fell off a horse or something like that, and he hurt his knee or something. Well, yeah, that fight again is a mad fight. Again, Canelo just signed a massive deal, one of the biggest.
$65 million.
That's what I'm saying. One of the biggest deals in history. And again, it shows his character. Again, he's fighting Jacobs. Jacobs is one that I believe, and again, a lot of people disagreed with me. I believe Jacobs beat Triple G when they fought. But again, Triple G got the decision. So that's a serious fight. And Jacobs is massive. He's a lot bigger than Canelo. So I'm looking forward to that fight. Come on, you know what's up.
Interview the way you do.
You know what's up. Man behind the camera, man like only. I got my tea. The one and only. AY, Big Boy Yardos. Lions in the camp. Stay tuned.